nothing for me but me. If you don't know who I am, guess who I am. My name is Maven. Why I Love Aquarius Men. This is the Happy Valentine's Day series where I'm talking about zodiac sign men and why I love them and the characteristics that they have. Even the ones I typically wouldn't necessarily like. I gotta be honest with why it went from liking to not liking, because typically I feel like when I start to dislike something, it's because things that I originally liked about them, it wasn't consistent. But just because it wasn't consistent with me doesn't mean I haven't seen it be consistent with other people. Okay, so hi, my name is Maven. I am a singer-songwriter as well, somebody who's into astrology. And if you're new to my channel, make sure you smash subscribe and tune in for more videos. So we're going to continue this Happy Valentine's Day series, okay? Aquarius men. I feel like one reason I like Aquarius men is they're rebellious. I love and hate it. I love and hate it because one thing about them is they like to conquer the system and make it their bitch, okay? But also understand when it comes to Aquarius man, I feel like the rebellious nature pays off more times than not when they're doing things on the grand scheme of things. So if you're somebody who values humanitarianism and helping communities and stuff, these guys typically do a good job of transforming those things, like transforming stuff that are outside of the norm into something grand. And I feel like the rebellion, you have to be a bit of a rebel. You can't really play it safe and be traditional. Play it safe and be traditional all the time. When it comes to that rebellious nature, you know, I feel like they can be sort of like detached, obsessed with being detached because they feel like they're cool and shit. But ultimately, I don't really see a flaw in that, because sometimes you do need to take a step back from people. But understand when certain things you don't agree with, but everybody else is just rolling with it, this is not really going to be the guy that does something just because everybody else is doing it. So I gotta respect and commend Aquarius for being a bit rebellious, even though they can go too far, but we give credit when it's due, okay? So the second reason why I like Aquarius is they're very charming at first. I realized with Aquarius men, my ex is an Aquarius. I brushed this fool off when I first met him. Like, I brushed him off real bad. So, anyways. This is Mr. Too Cool for School, damn it. Like, you think Sagittarius is the bad boy? Y'all can have them. The second reason why I love Aquarius is their emotional intelligence. I feel like they're not really one to really go off when they're tested. If anything, they know how to just do like a big internal deep breath, probably just stay there, harness that emotion and turn it into something else and transmit it into something else immediately. Because the one thing I see with sorry, the stupid beeping. When I see with Aquarius, if somebody triggers them emotionally, they're not really going to be somebody to spiral out of control. If anything, I feel like Aquarius tend to do well with humor, with coping. Oh yeah, that's one of their coping mechanisms. But also too, like, they do a good job of rationalizing whatever energy that comes behind emotions, because I've never seen an Aquarius really act out of turn, ever. Ashton Kutcher, even Kirk's stupid self from Love and Hip Hop. Sorry. But, you know, it's very hard for you to see them act out of turn, even though they could be dead wrong. Hard to really see them act out of turn, because I feel like they understand what energy is, and emotions is just energy and emotion, to the point where it's like, have it. Have it, sweetheart. Have it. So their emotional intelligence is something I do commend, because they're not really going to be one to sit and cry and play stupid games like I'm going to kill myself, when shit isn't going their way. They're the type of person that's like, well, I'm going to sit on it, I'm going to think on it, and I'm going to figure out a solution how to perfect the situation or to move on from the situation, whatever's best for me. So their emotional intelligence is typically something you got to give to them. Can't force it out of them. You can't force it out of them, but best belief, typically, more times than not, they rationalize that and come to the accountability to themselves and fix it and move forward. So giving credit when credit's due for their emotional intelligence. 3, why I love Aquarius men. They're not cheap. Oh! How can I forget? Oh my goodness, how could I ever forget? Even if you're just their friend, they're not cheap. Okay? They're not cheap. I feel like I said, you can't tell him. This is one of those things where it's like, you can't tell these guys what to do. They have the mentality of, I do what I want. Do it. Spend that money. No, but seriously, they're not cheap at all. I've never really dealt with a guy that was Aquarius. Probably one in college. Well, that's college, everybody broke. But yeah, never met a cheap Aquarius, even if he was a sugar daddy. Never been cheap. Love that about them. Love that for you guys. I feel like one thing about them, they understand money's energy, and nobody's just going to give them the energy for free and this and that. Like, unless they're stupid and they're trying to play mind games. You know, Aquarius act more like Geminis than Geminis do at times, but we're going to save that conversation for another point. They ain't cheap. So that's the third reason why I love Aquarius is they're not cheap. Okay? And if you're like, man, what's your story? What can you say about that? Why are you just saying that? Well, just check out my YouTube video of what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. I had a good time. Should have bought shoes. But that's okay. We're gonna let it go. So they ain't cheap. Okay. Number 4, why I love Aquarius is, you know, these people don't do bullying. They're willing to be rational with people. They're not anybody's punk. But one thing about Aquarius, they like to, you know, see different cultures, be with different people. Every Aquarius I know, they always around different kind of people. People that don't look like them, people with different cultural backgrounds, people that, you know, that are unique to them. They like to establish that connection through bonding through different cultures and stuff like that. I guess they're more exquisite and eccentric in a sense, because even though there could be a whole Aquarius suit and tie type of guy, like white collar, Caucasian man with a whole Sudanese wife, Asian wife. I like the fact that they take risks. Like I said, they're the rebel. Okay, they may have the presentation of somebody who's traditional, but they're gonna do what they want to do. So I don't really know how to describe my 4th reason, but I like the fact is, I don't really know the best way to put it, but I guess I like the fact that they're eccentric, to say the least, because, like I said, they're willing to, to me it's like either they want world peace or world domination. Either way, they like to make 2 worlds come to one. I can't get the whole right. Okay, so we're gonna move on to the last reason. Last reason, they're breaking into talk. Okay, and I had to whisper that because I'm not alone. They got energy, BD. Okay, if they're willing to. But one thing about them, like I said, one thing that gets their brain chemistry going and their libido going is that mind. It's mind over matter with these people. And people say, oh my God, Scorpios. Ah. No. And I believe, truly, it starts with Scorpio and it keeps enhancing after that. Scorpio, Sag, Capricorn, Aquarius, and the kings and queens of the freak nature is the Pisces. But that's all that I have for this video. I know I wasn't trying to make it too long. If you agree with this video and you like all the topics that I've mentioned, make sure you leave a like. Okay? Subscribe also and share this video with your Aquarius bae. Okay? If you don't agree, you know, I'm always open to dialogue in the comments. I'll try my best not to be combative. But let me know what you think. Smash subscribe and tune in for more videos. Love you, mean team. Bye.
Ow, 50-50 splitting, what the hell we doing now? Flexing so much money, always getting wild.